Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that maybe this evening I might do a little something and different, and this should give you a clue. I'm going to do a wee tribute. Now, who do we know that drinks Dr. Pepper? Okay, I love my cricket, and watching cricket, I've been to quite a few matches. When I'm watching it on the television, it's quite funny how my wife will often come through and say who's winning, and it's very difficult to say who's winning in a game of cricket, because in a full-length match there are it takes 5 days sometimes to complete a full test match, for example, and it might not be until the end of the 5th day that the winner is decided. The teams can be so evenly matched, so it's difficult to say who's winning at any one particular moment. Now we get obviously joining the Facebook group new recruits daily who have just watched Making a Murderer. They've been either recommended or thought, I better check this out, see what it's all about. And for new recruits, often what they'll do is they want to get up to speed as quick as possible. They want to know what the sort of outcome is. Unfortunately, it really is a case of it's impossible just to explain very briefly what the situation is within the various cases with both Steve and Brendan. They really are. They're very complex situations. And as I say, it's a bit like my wife when I'm trying to explain to her, well, I think that maybe this team is on top, but on the other hand, it would only need this and that, And so I think it's the same with the cases at the moment. They're progressing nicely, but it's very complex trying to give a very brief Facebook analysis of where we stand in the case. So I'd like to do a little tribute to Erek O, because if you really want to know what's happened and what's going on in the case, then you really do need to check out his videos. It was the first thing that I did. Basically, after I'd contacted one or two people, I started checking on YouTube, finding out as much as I could. And what drew me to Erek O was the fact that, well, for one thing, on his videos, he doesn't use expletives. There's no need to be swearing the moment you start making a video. It's far more effective if you use an expletive, occasionally rather than every sentence. So anyway, interestingly enough, the name Erek O he got from a character from a Michael Moorcock's novel called The Eternal Champion, and Erek O is the Eternal Champion. And as I say, I don't want this to sound too wishy-washy, but check out his videos. He really does know what he's talking about. Yes, we've done one or two ourselves where I've phoned him and we've had a conversation type video, which even yesterday, Wednesday morning, when we got in touch, he was discussing stuff about when Stephen was exonerated back in 2003 that even I didn't know. I didn't know a lot of the facts about the case and just how significant Steve's release back in 2003 was, and how much emphasis that placed on the state of Wisconsin trying to cover themselves. So what I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm going to have a little bit of this Dr. Pepper. I've never tried it before, so I hope it's going to be okay. Oh. I won't tell him I didn't like it. So anyway, what I've done is a top 12 of the videos by Erek O that you really do need to, if whether you're new to the case or not, you really do need to check these ones out. He's done nearly 200 videos. However, I'll do them in a sort of descending order. I would say there's one called Compelling Visual Evidence, Blood Planted on Tailgate. Particularly good. One that Erek O himself particularly likes is the RAV4 Key and Colburn, Secret Entrance to Narnia. So if you go on YouTube, type in Erek O making a murderer, just put in one or two of those keywords, you'll go straight to the video. I'm not that technically minded that I can start listing a whole load of links at the end of the video. Really good one is Laura Nyrider refutes Brad Schimmel. Moving up the order, one that's got quite a funny sort of. They've made a cartoon character out of Ryan Hilligas, and it's Ryan Hilligas is quite a suspicious fellow. Then there's another one. I've simply written down, is that nails on a chalkboard? And I remember, or it's to do with the voice of Ken Kratz. So is that nails on a chalkboard? Next, top 5 reasons the Avery investigation was a farce. Then we've got Dr. Phil, Buting, Kratz and Fassbender. He discusses the TV interview where all 3 of those appear on Dr. Phil. And then Dr. Oz, Kratz and Fassbender, Crying Foul. 4th place, Kratz says DNA cleaned up the trailer. I seem to remember there's a mention of Rug Doctor in that one. So my top 3, Dr. Reich, DNA expert. A video all about the DNA expert, Dr. Reich. And then for me, the top 2, they completely opened up my eyes, and I hadn't realised the significance of Xander Road. But to all you new recruits, you must check out Xander Road Part 1 and then Xander Road Part 2. Okay, so that's my my tips to get you up to speed on the case. Obviously, he brings out new stuff all the time. He's a very intelligent fellow. He's actually also quite into the Scott Davis case. The only thing that he does suffer from is the odd delusion. He seems to think that Captain Crunch is British, whereas in fact everybody knows, don't they, that the voice of Captain Crunch is the same fella that did Yogi Bear. Captain Crunch is a completely American idea. It's an American breakfast cereal that's been with us since over there since 1958. I've never ever seen it on any shelves here in the UK. But apart from that one little bit of delusional mistake by him, please do check out his videos. You will not be disappointed, honestly. Okay, bye for now.